Yeah, let me take my notes and see what I got.
Angela?
I think actually while I'm looking for that, there was someone in the challenges who asked for the musicians, what is your musical practice and learning methods?
Ooh.
Oh, jeez. Find stuff that you want to play. Like the fastest way for you to get good at the instrument that you're playing. Find stuff that you want to play, and then if it's too difficult for you, find other things that might be simpler, that are maybe in the stuff you still like to play. And then it's for me, it was like sit down with a chord chart on the back of a how to play book. Never look inside the how to play book. Just look at the chord chart. Get my fingers in the right spots. I mean, I started because I said to my dad, I'm like, "How do you play House of the Rising Sun?" He's like, "Oh, it's A minor C," and he just wrote all the things to me. It's just like
Yeah.
that's not a proper F chord, right? That's I'm not even barring that chord, as you can see. I should be barring that chord like that, but that's how it's. That's only the four. That's the only four strings that you play when you play that song. So I just learned how to do that, and I just went upstairs and grabbed his electric, which is now my electric, and I just sat down and played that over and over, slowly, slowly until it started sounding really good, and then you're just like, oh, it's just like, and you just practice that over and over, and if you don't do it every day, then you start to suck a bit like I do. But that's how I do it.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna get the big boy uke. Hold on.
You bet.
All right.
It's not hard to have a it's not hard to have a like a reason if you're driven enough that you're like I like the sound of this thing and I want to teach myself how to do it, then you can do that. But it's like I think you just want to kind of feel like if you have the feeling of I just want to get better at this thing, so I'm just going to put a little bit of time into it every day, you will get there. And then if you're like me, if you're like I'm just going to put it down and not play anymore because I'm afraid of making people like be mad that
Yeah.
I'm playing my guitar, then you're just not going to play anymore. So
Yeah, you can psych yourself out by framing your musical practice in terms of how it affects other people.
yeah, yeah,
You
which
know.
ain't good.
Just the one day when I play this at the recital, because yeah, then you kind of get in your own head, and it
Yeah.
should feel good. Like that's why I have 85 shapes of ukuleles. They all feel different, but it's sort of different. It's it's fundamentally a physical expression, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And yeah, and I totally agree that you got to pick songs. Like that's why I didn't stick to piano, right? Is I wasn't motivated to practice because I didn't care about the tunes that I was playing.
Yeah.
But like when
Yeah.
I started learning guitar, my mom picked up a Beatles fake book, just kind of simplified versions of all the Beatles songs, like all the Beatles songs. And I went through and I had the chord charts and just kind of would circle. I don't know how to play that one. I don't know how to play
Yeah.
that one. And just kind of worked my way up. Like the first song I taught myself on guitar was like 8 days a week, but I couldn't play to the bridge because there was like
Right.
a B minor in there or something. And so I would just play the verses and then bail out, and that was fine.
Yeah.
Still, I learned something.
You
And I
still
got there
feel like you're
eventually.
playing, right? You still feel like I'm playing the song. Yeah, I'll do that other part later, but I'm playing the song.
Yeah, I know this one. Or like just the little George section in A Day in a Life. Or like I thought that was cool, and so I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
picked that out and was like, I'm just gonna walk around the song playing that clonk clonk clonk.
I mean, I was playing "Your Love" by the Outfield. Somebody noticed in chat
Yeah.
while you guys were chatting, and I'm just like, that song is a perfect power rock song, like a perfect like power ballad kind of like thing going on. It's a great rock song, absolutely great. Their bridge sucks.
Yep.
It ruins the song for me. I'm like, you guys need to go back and rewrite that part of that song. It is terrible. It should not be in this song. You need to find a better way to do it. And I get you were young when you did it, and you just did. This is what I'm just gonna do G and A back and forth a whole bunch. Like it doesn't belong in
Yeah.
that song. You need to do something different.
Oh, those
So
are
I just
some of
skip
the
it every time I play it.
yeah. I like that's when Pomplamoose covered Single Ladies. That
Oh
was
yeah.
what they did is they skipped the middle, and they said it was because they didn't like the lyrics, which I think is a cop out. Like, don't disrespect the queen, you know.
Molly, uh, do you, have you ever found songs that don't have the chords that you need to play, so you've got to like convert them?
That's how I learned, honestly, because I was big into They Might Be Giants and Nickel Creek, and those chord sheets aren't just floating around out there. And so yeah, it was a lot of you know, kind of trying to, and I didn't know anything about chord structure or like what's a tonic, what are intervals. I just didn't. So I would just kind of feel it out and then draw a picture of what the chord was. And a lot of the first songs that I wrote, I did not know the names of the chords. I just knew the shapes because that's how I had taught myself.
Damn, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like triangle chord to straight line chord to, you know, bucktooth chord.
That's some straight up like 1920s blues like approach to a thing. It's like, I got a
Yeah.
guitar from my parents. I don't know how to play it, but I guess I'll just try to make something work, right? Like,
Where my
Yeah.
parents is actually, you know, the devil at a crossroads.
yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah.